My kid smokes marijuana. Is that okay? How will the legalization of marijuana affect my child? This is Dr. Dan, board certified pediatrician. Let's talk about marijuana. Marijuana has been around for eons. It was used by the Aztecs. It's natural. It's a plant. It's organic. Doesn't that make it safe? Should I really be worried about it if my kid's using it? Because, it helps with their anxieties and, people use it all the time, right? No. The reason why we should worry about marijuana is because a teenage brain or a child's brain and even a young adult's brain isn't the same as an adult brain. And it's not that one's better than the other. It's just that teenage brain has been pruned because there's a teenage brain has millions and millions of more interconnections between the neurons than an adult brain. What happens is in your frontal cortex, your brain over time through your teenage years starts taking away branches purposely, so it becomes a more effective tool. What happens through the cannabinoid system, because marijuana is THC and C is cannabinoid, that enhances signals. So you got to imagine more flow going down these pathways, and some of the ones that close get pushed back open. And you might say, well, so what? They're just going to close again one day. But the problem is it isn't specific. And sometimes it doesn't just open up an old path, it opens up a new one. And that door was never meant to be opened. And there can be some very significant issues when that happens. So right now, because of the legalization, because of the normalization of marijuana use, grandpa uses it, mom uses it, there's gummies everywhere. I hear people talking about on TV, the teenagers are treating it like it's nothing. And what happens is, a lot of them do it, and a lot of them are okay. But I have 18 kids in the last 7 years who will never be the same. And that's not because it had fentanyl in it. It's not, which is a risk. It's not because they were such heavy users that they became potheads. Some of it happened after the first or second time. It's not because they were vaping it, and if you vaped marijuana in previous years, that was what caused EVALI, which is vaping apparatus produced lung injury, where after even one or two times, you could damage your lungs to the point where you were in the hospital. I had two of those guys who were hospitalized for 6 weeks each in the ICU. It is because marijuana opened up a pathway towards psychosis. And psychosis is when your brain really does something beyond reality. I had 3 kids who, 2 of them after their second use only, felt like they were outside of their body. One of them, it lasted 2 years. I had 4 kids who became suicidal, 2 of which were hospitalized. I had one, and I always say this kind of sounds funny, but it wasn't, who thought he had powers. He was medicated and hospitalized for 9 months. These are real things. Marijuana and psychoses in teenagers is real. But when you hear that thousands of kids are doing it, and I'm talking about 18, the numbers don't mean that much until it's your kid. So the analogy I give to kids when they come in, because they go, well, Dr. Cohen, I'm careful. I don't do it that often. I had an edible once. I vaped one other time. I go, well, how many times do you run across the highway? You'll make it. You're fast. Until that one day that I tell you have to do it again. And maybe it's raining that day. And then there's a car coming. Maybe you're going to be the one who gets hit. Then again, maybe it'll be your friend. And the problem is, I tell them, it's not that you're too young to make this decision. You're not intelligent enough to make these decisions. Your brain is just not the kind of place you really should be experimenting with this. But if you were 30 and came back and told me you smoked marijuana, I'd say smoke's bad for your lungs and please don't drive. And then I'd shut up. Because for older people, there is less risk because their brain pathways are already kind of set. Now, as far as what the positives are in the future for adults, that remains to be seen. But that's not my job. My job is to protect your kids and my kids. And unfortunately, 7 years, 18 kids who won't be the same. And I'm only one pediatrician. You should really take that into account.